Hello everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Lawyer's Law for Students. Today we talk about the 10th schedule of the Constitution of India. What is it? It is disqualification of a member of a house on the count of or ground of defection. Very important thing. Simple to concept, but it's unlikely that you can answer that unless you know it, right? Let's take it step by step. Schedule 10 to the Constitution of India talks about disqualification of a member of a house on count of defection. So when I say house, it means, and you have to understand, either houses of the parliament, okay, or legislative assembly, or either houses of the legislature. Simply put, either on the union side or on the state side, the parliament or the legislature, member means member out there or here. No difficulty on that score. Okay. So, if a member voluntarily gives up membership of a political party, then he is disqualified. Number one. And number two, if he votes or abstains from voting, all right, to do or omit. If he votes or abstains from voting, contrary to a direction issued by that political party, and he has not taken prior permission for such voting or abstinence, and such act of voting or abstinence has not been condoned within 15 days of the act of voting or abstinence, then he is disqualified. It seems lengthy. Let's put it easy. Let's take the situations one by one. Number one, he votes or abstains from voting the member votes or abstains from voting contrary to the directions of the political party to which he belongs. Number one, all right. Number two, he has not been given prior permission to do so. Okay. And number three, such act has not been condoned by the political party within 15 days of such voting or abstinence from voting, that is not voting. Clear? Basic concepts. He votes or abstains from voting contrary to the directions of the political party. Number two, prior permission has not been taken from the political party. And number three, the political party has not condoned such act within 15 days from the act of voting or not voting. Clear? Okay. Now the member. The member may be an elected member or a nominated member. So an elected member is a member. If a political party sets up a candidate for election for being a member, then he becomes a member of that party. All right. So elected member is a member of that political party who sets up for election. Okay. And a nominated member becomes, as on the date of nomination, if the nominated member belongs to any political party, then he is a member of that political party. So what happens if he is not a member of a political party as on the date of nomination? Then what happens is, within 6 months of his taking the seat, he must belong to a party. So that party to which he belongs, within 6 months of his taking the seat, he becomes a member of that party. Clear? So this is a concept, how a member can be disqualified. Disqualification of membership. So it's only a member who can be disqualified. Members are of two types, nominated and elected. Before we go that, we understand what is the act he has to do. The act he has to do is that he has to vote or abstain from voting, coupled with the fact that voting or abstaining from voting is contrary to the directions of the political party, and he has not taken prior permission from the political party for such act, and such act of voting or not voting has not been condoned by the political party to which he belongs within 15 days from the date of voting or not voting. Okay. So understand the concept of elected member and nominated member. We understand this way. The political party who has set up the member for election is the party to which the member belongs. So is elected member of that party. Number one. And number 2, a nominated member, as on the date of nomination, if he belongs to a political party, then he is a member of that political party. See, it's a disqualification comes, but you have to belong to a party, all right? And number 3, if he is not a member of any political party as on the date of nomination, then within 6 months of his taking the seat, the party to which he joins, he becomes a member of that political party. Clear? Now, there may be persons who do not belong to any political party but are elected persons. Then, if they join up any other party, then they are disqualified. Okay, clear? And nominated members, they would again be disqualified if after 6 months they join up other political party in substance. Clear? Okay. Second point is, what happens when there is a merger of political parties? See, there is no disqualification. If there is a merger of two political parties A and B, and the members of A join B, vice versa, or they form a third party, then if a member or a group of says that we belong to the other party now, there is no disqualification in that count. All right. Or he says, I do not accept this merger and I walk out to form my own group, there is also no disqualification. Okay. So in counts of merger, when the member agrees to it, there is no disqualification, and when the member does not agree to it, there is also no disqualification. Clear? Okay. Now comes the case of speaker, deputy speaker, chairman, deputy chairman of the parliament or in the state legislature. Now they are elected to office. So when they take the office, prior to taking the office, if they give up their membership in the political party and during the tenure of their office they do not join the political party to which they belong or any other political party, then there is no disqualification. All right. So giving up of the political membership of the political party prior to such election and not joining back to that party or any other party during the term of that office is not disqualification. Clear? Or if after the term of the office it joins back to the political party, then also no disqualification. Easy. Okay. Lastly, there are other aspects. I'm putting it simply to you. Lastly, see, this is tricky. Who to decide on the subject of disqualification? If it is, understand, who will decide on the subject of disqualification? So if the subject of disqualification is a member of the house, then it goes to the question as to whether the subject of disqualification, it goes to the speaker, right, or the chairman, as the case may be, and his vote is final. All right. But if it is a question of subject to if the speaker or the chairman is a subject of disqualification, if that is the question now, then one member is elected from the house and that member decides what is to be done. And these decisions are final in nature. And these proceedings are to be taken as proceedings of the parliament. Right? So disqualification is there under 10th schedule of the Constitution of India. If you recall correctly, when we are doing the executive part and all, we are talking about disqualification of the union. But, well, it's a different lecture, a different video. So just remember, Schedule 10 is disqualification. How do you recall that? It's an X. Schedule 10, disqualification. Clear? So, a member, quick recap. A member to be disqualified, number 1, he must have given up the membership of the political party. And number 2, he must have voted or abstained from voting contrary to the directions of the political party. And he must not have had he did not get take the prior permission. You can say prior consent, whatever technical word. Kindly check up the Constitution. Just jiffy, I'm saying that. He did not take the prior permission. And such act was not condoned by the political party within 15 days from the voting or abstinence from voting. Okay. So the elected member means the party, he is a member of the party which has set him up for election. Okay. And if it's a nominated member, as on the date of nomination, if he had belonged to any political party, then he's a member of that political party. If not, then within the first 6 months, the political party to which he belongs, is the political party to which he belongs. Okay. Okay. Now, elected member, if there is a member who is elected, but he does not belong to any political party, no political party has set him up for election, then in that case, if he joins any other political party, he becomes subject to disqualification. Correct? Easy. Lastly, a nominated member, after that stipulated period of 6 months, if he joins up any other political party, then also disqualification comes in. Right? On the count of merger, there is no disqualification. If the member agrees that yes, political party A has merged with political party B. I agree to be a part of B, a member of B or C after merger, whatever it is. Then there is no disqualification. Or he says, I do not agree. Then also no, forms a group. Then also no disqualification. Clear? Now, the question as to speaker, deputy speaker, chairman, deputy chairman of both the parliament or the legislature of the state, as the case may be, if they give up their membership before the election to their office and during the time of the office do not join any other political party or the parent political party, there is no disqualification. And if after the office period they join back again to the political party, there is no disqualification. Clear? The question as to the subject of being disqualified, of being disqualification, is this question is referred to the speaker or the chairman, as the case may be, of a member in respect of a member, and their decision is final. But if the question is about the disqualification of the speaker or the chairman, as the case may be, then a member of the house is elected and he decides. In both cases, the decisions are final. Simple things. If you understand disqualification, you need not answer in detail in the examination. This much which I have told, if you write it, it's a huge long thing. Okay, but if the question is put about disqualification, about nominated members, about elected members, at least you understand things about it. Who will take a call as to the disqualification of the speaker or the deputy of the speaker or the chairman? You'd understand a member is elected. It's a tricky one, right? And these proceedings are proceedings of the parliament. Whatever, not so difficult. Pay attention, study, do inbox, and if you like, do share and subscribe. Thank you.